All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome. Good morning, afternoon. It is me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. I wanted to come on here. I know a lot of people are self-quarantined or are quarantined in general, and so a lot of people are trying to find things to binge on and keep themselves occupied and keep from going insane. So I figured I'd come on here and talk to the peoples, you know what I'm saying, for a while. Try to make you all laugh and have some fun throughout everything. I understand that it has gotten hella crazy. I understand that a lot of people are tweaking and freaking out and don't know what to do next. And some people are in full scale panic mode, and preparation is one thing and precaution is another. But panic is what makes things terrible, because when panic happens, the human race is one thing. People are panicky, and when they get panicky, they get a little bit dumb. Let's just be realistic. We've seen panics, and we've seen somewhat of a small thing that's happened with people going crazy for toilet paper, which I'll talk about later. I got a little thing. I wrote some things down that I'm actually talking about today, y'all. I prepped my show. I made sure that when I decided to do this morning, I was going to be fully prepared and fully ready for everything. Thank you for everybody that's joining in. I know it's early for some people. Like I said, I know some people are at work. And if you are at work and your job has still kept you at work, your job is horrible. They are terrible. So the main thing is, like I said, the coronavirus quarantine, where a lot of people are self-quarantining themselves, not due to their own health, but to prevent the risk of spreading to others. And I understand that there are a lot of people who are immunocompromised, who, have immune systems that are, have taken a hit from various things, from the cold, pneumonia, old age, AIDS, diabetes, among others. And so a lot of people don't want to be carriers of it and don't know that they're carriers, because they say you can carry the virus for up to a couple of weeks, and you don't know. Fair. But there also are precautions you can take. I've said this last time. I'll keep saying it again, because I feel like people underestimate the level of precautions. Wash your clothes. That is a big thing that I don't think nobody's talking about. The virus can live in fabric up to 6 to 8 hours. Wash your clothes. Like, yo, if you've been out and about in clothes in these streets around people, don't just throw it on the side and then wear it again later. Yeah, if you might not wear it for 8 hours, that's fine. By the time you pick it up tomorrow, the virus will be dead. But if you throw it to the side and put it back on, and throw it to the side and put it back on, which a lot of people do, especially with jeans, you're kind of not helping the situation, because you all go in and out. So go ahead and wash your clothes. Wash your hands has been a thing, man. Wash your hands has definitely been a thing. I don't know why people have had to be told. This is the first time in history that it took a scare, for lack of better words, to make a lot of adults realize how important washing your damn hands are. And that is ridiculous. I don't think that we should have to be to the point where it needs to be told over and over, hey, if you wash your hands as a primary precaution, you could help stop this. And a lot of people are freaking out because of that. The virus cannot live on metal longer than 12 hours. So yes, if you got to wear latex gloves or something to keep it, this way you can have them disposable, fine. Avoid large crowds and gatherings right now, which that has been a big thing, because a lot of states have mandated that any event over 1,000 postponed, canceled. So that's why sporting events around the world have been canceled. Major concerts canceled. They've said events over 250, please postpone them. Now, events that aren't over 250, you can possibly go on with. So what does that mean in some situations? Comedy shows. Yeah. So for those who don't know, comedy shows are not always in a comedy club. They are not always in a theater. They are many times in the back of a bar, which I completely get is possibly the main place you can catch the damn coronavirus. I completely get it. But these are places where you're less liable to have it happen, okay? Also, Lysol, Clorox, disinfectant wipes, wipe down areas, hand sanitizer, all these things, keep it on deck. Also, do not overload your body on hand sanitizer, ladies and gentlemen. I understand people want to make sure my hands are clean, I ain't got no germs. Do you realize if you continually do that, you will kill the good bacteria that is in your skin? You actually will do more harm than good. I don't know if a lot of people know this or have been told, but it is a thing. It is a thing. So make sure you're taking care of that. But back to comedy shows. Comedians are used to performing in front of no damn people. No people at all. That is crazy. We're used to some. Yes, every time you see a comedian on stage, when we go on stage and we destroying and we killing, it is not always. It has not always been under the best of circumstances. Okay, we've had to learn how to do that with silence. We've had to learn how to do that at some open mics where you have nothing but comics just looking at their notes, waiting on their chance to go up. Also, let me bring that up. Open mic comedy. Stay y'all sick asses at home. Okay, comedians are the nastiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. And I know I shouldn't curse. I'm trying not to as much on this, but they're the nastiest people in the world. I haven't gotten to the chat yet. I'll check the chat in a moment, okay? So please, go in the chat. If you're in the chat, in the live chat, please, I will get to your questions. If you want to be seen priority, the super chat is the way to do it because I know a lot of people are going to come in here because it's early. A lot of people probably have never had a chance to catch this live. They always catch it on the replay. Bam. Comedians are the nastiest people you've ever met. Some of, not all of. And I mean that with a lot of comedians I see in open mics. Now, you see comedians on shows who seem to wash their ass, which I'm so glad of. I'm one of them and many others as well. But if you go to open mics, it's the most disturbingly disgusting, disdain thing. And I'm like, oh, you keep getting laid being that nasty. That means the person that's boning you is nasty as hell. You know, I think that is really disgusting. Like, I get there's somebody for everybody, but if you smell like you want to be alone and she smell like she want to be alone, then the two of y'all smell like an ozone layer depleted. That is really just fucked up, I think. I just don't get it. But comedians, stay your sick ass at home. Now, there are a lot of things that this is going to affect. This quarantine, this outbreak, it has shut down jobs, it has shut down major attractions, it has shut down productions, all of which I'll get to individually in a moment. The biggest thing that, yes, I understand this is all precautionary. We all get that. It has been established that this quarantine, this self-quarantining, these precautionary measures are just that, precautionary, to prevent the spread of it going further and more. I get it. But what people keep leaving out are the implications for a lot of people who cannot afford to be off work. Listen, Mark Cuban of the Dallas Mavericks, the owner, decided to make sure the employees of the stadium are still paid throughout this because they need the jobs. The NBA is shut down for the season indefinitely, right? There's no defined amount of time to when they'll reopen the season. Cuban is paying the employees. Disneyland out here in California has said that the I forgot what's the exact word they use for them, but the park employees will be continuing to be paid. Every job does not have that luxury, and I don't think people understand that. I understand precautionary measures. I don't think people understand that a lot of people's kids' schools have been shut down, and a lot of people don't have ways. Some people still have to go to work and don't have ways to have daycare for their children. So there is a catch-22 throughout all this. And the people who can't work cannot pay their bills. I understand people keep bringing up Italy. And Italy decided to forego all mortgages, rent payments, and everything. I understand Italy did that. Italy did that. Another country did that. But I need people to realize what country we in and what the fuck is in the White House. I hate to say it that way. Stop acting like that's going to happen here because it's not. Want to know how definitely it's not going to happen? What happened in the stock market yesterday? The stock market was free falling, once again. And then the Federal Reserve, the Fed, which is its own entity, it is not government regulated. It's its own entity, decided to pump $1.5 trillion into the stock market, right? So it decided to help the upper class and the richer folks. And instead of just going ahead and saying, hey, use this as a government distribution to give out to the people as a stimulus package to keep them going. No. So do not expect for the United States government to sit there and say, oh, we're going to take care of y'all. Because you know good and damn well with the current administration and maybe even previous ones, that is not going to happen. The federal bank is not going to drop money into the U.S. people because it does not give a damn about us. So people got to stop thinking that. So when people are pissed off because why? People need to work and understand, yeah, it's precautionary, but my bills aren't precautionary. Yeah, it's understand to help other people, not just yourself, but my bills got to help me because if I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't work, I don't have a place to stay. A place to stay, a way to communicate with people. These are things people are not understanding or better yet overlooking. I understand that we got to look out for the most vulnerable of us. I understand that we're supposed to have human compassion and love and care. But I also am realistic That is one thing I've always been. For those who know me, whether you know me from watching me on this screen, whether you know me in person, you know me from a wrestling ring, you know me from a stand-up stage, I have always kept it 100. We can try to be optimistic. Some can be pessimistic, but it's best for me to be realistic. And that's what I've been with all of this. A lot of people don't like to hear it because a lot of people want to look on the bright side of things, which you should, which you absolutely should. But you can't in a situation where you know all the variables. And we see all the variables right in front of us every single day. We just saw that all of a sudden the orange fuck muppet in office decided to declare a national emergency. Yes, I will call it the orange fuck muppet because I refuse to call it by name. I refuse to acknowledge it as a person. I know some people say that's disrespectful to Muppets, but at the first time when I said it, it just flowed off my tongue and I rolled with it. Damn it, I'm almost out of my bubbly. Yo, this is what I've been stocking up on. Sparkling water, let me tell y'all something. Listen. See, the can's empty. Tell y'all something. Sparkling water, I drink water anyway. I've been really... Since my whole health scare 2 years ago, my water intake has been phenomenal. But sometimes you get bored of regular water, right? So sparkling water is going ahead and help me. So shouts out to Bubbly. I understand y'all using Michael Bublé as your advertiser, as your sponsor because of his name. However, what would it take to have a hood black man supporting all Bubbly? All Bublé. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I got this in several different flavors. I got blackberry right here, which is delicious. I've had lime, which is super refreshing, and strawberry, which just hits the spot. So let me tell you something. There's no sodium. There's no calories. There's no sweeteners. It's all natural flavors. It's bubbly, okay? Bubbly for your thirst quenching needs. Now, I should cut this out eventually and hopefully send it to Bubbly and be like, yo, you ain't never had a black dude from the hood who just be real and wild sometimes on the internets and sit there and say how much he loves Bubbly. Bubbly. It's no calories, no sweeteners. It's all smiles. Bam. That's my advertisement. That's my advertisement for Bubbly. This is my advertisement for Bubbly. But again, don't expect the government to help anybody. And I know this is the point where people have been on social media going crazy talking about this is why we should eat the rich or why the rich deserve to pay their fair share of taxes. And yes, they do. They absolutely should. But at the same time, do you automatically assume that the taxes are going to go to helping the American people directly? That's the thing I think people forget. So the lottery is supposed to go to schools and infrastructure, right? That doesn't happen. What would taxes for the rich go to? We can say what we want it to go to. We can have our assumptions of where it should be allocated. But where would it actually go to? Where would it actually be seen at? Because the problem is, if you put it in one thing, there's still others that suffer. We as humans, we as Americans pick a certain cause and we always lean on that cause. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we also forget there are numerous other causes. There are more causes than there is resources. You know. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. So Winston Marshall's calling me. So let's see this. Watch this. Let's see. We're going to put him on speaker. Hold on. Yo.
So the kid who is the ZTM.
Well, this is something private. I'm going to go ahead and take this call. Yeah, I was going to put you on speaker while I was on live, so. Yeah. I did, but I took you off. Okay, so I'm sitting there literally looking at the camera while I'm talking to you. So yeah, what you were saying, I heard that part, but continue. Uh huh. Yeah. Mm. All right, that works. All right, bye. He ain't want me to put. I'm gonna check the chat. Hold on, Tim Terrell. Why are you yelling at us These cancellations are happening because the virus is here and they're trying to contain it. Your Walmart check isn't going to help your ass if you're carrying the virus. Okay, so Tim Terrell, you had to be that person. Let me go ahead and address you first. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to buckle up for this one. I want you to make sure, that you hear this, and I want Tim Terrell, I'm going to look at you dead ass camera. Yeah, I get the virus is here. Yeah, I get they're trying to contain it. But also, did you just not hear the part I said about people's, their checks, and it doesn't have to be Walmart dipshit. So for you to be that asinine and assume it's just a Walmart check, people have other jobs that they have because that's how they pay their bills. Nobody's rent in this country is stopping. I understand the containment. I understand the precautions. Maybe you fucking didn't hear that part of it earlier. But since you want to be that asshole, you want to be that person in the comment section, you want to be that person in the chat, let me go ahead and read your ass real quick. Everybody cannot afford to take time off. Everybody has not built up a savings. Everybody does not have a nest egg. People live paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. So this does not come at a great time. I have friends who are trying to get their shit in order and everything was rolling perfectly. Then this happened. And now it might hinder where they're trying to go forward in their life that's necessary. So do you understand where the fuck I'm coming from? Since you wanted to be that dude. Since you wanted to be that dude. Since you want to be that asshole and say people are working at Walmart, yes, there are people working at Walmart. There are people working at Target. There are people working at McDonald's and other places. Starbucks have even closed down back in Chicago. So what the fuck you got to say about that? You going to freak out because you can't get your morning coffee? Huh? So since you wanted to be that asshole, since you wanted to be that idiot, allow me to address your dumb ass. Now, back to where I was. That was Winston A. Marshall, my co-host of Blurs in the Hood and Blurred and Gold. We will be doing new episodes. We'll be getting that done soon. I am working on trying to get more social media. I'm looking to get more social media for Blurs in the Hood. So I'm going to get Blurs in the Hood, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. But just want to make sure y'all know I have that. Do we have that? What we were talking about is something we're doing Blurs in the Hood. And so he was like, I'm at work, so can you not put me on speakerphone? I was like, all right, I guess. But let me look at the chat. All right, I'm good. Haskell420 says, incoming rant, bring it on. After got bring that rant. Jay's going in and I love it. Kirsten, yes, I had to. I had to. I'm sorry. It's just, I always say this statement. You'll see me say it a lot of times. I hate humans because people can be dumb sometimes. And it just, when people say stupid shit like that, it frustrates me. It frustrates me. We all understand what this virus is. No one is oblivious to what's going on because it's all around us. No one is oblivious because it is consistently in our face. The people we interact with, whether we want to or not, remind us of what it is. I went to the grocery store yesterday because I wasn't just trying to stock up for all the shit. I was actually needing to go shopping. I didn't have any food. Let me tell you something. I'd been rolling off of walnut and some like a vegan taco meat made out of walnuts and sun-dried tomatoes, okay? I needed something else. But, so I went. When I tell you bottled water was going like crazy. When I tell you toilet paper towels and everything was going like crazy, which I've said this before. If you follow me on social media, you know how I feel about this. I'm not worried about a lack of paper towels or a lack of toilet paper. Why? Because as long as my local Chipotle stay open, I got napkins for life, baby. What y'all know about? Let me tell you something. You ain't never seen until a black person go to Church's Chicken or a Chipotle just start stacking up on napkins. Y'all think we stealing. We know we gonna need them for an emergency situation. So everybody got napkins in your glove compartment or a dresser drawer. It is your time to shine, baby. It is your time to go ahead and be who you are. You were saying that people, Tim said, there are people that are panicking as well as taking precautions. Do you understand that is both? There are both things that are happening. Precautions are one thing, but there are people who are literally panicking. Precautions is great. Always be precautionary. But there are people who are literally freaking out. There are people who are going to dispensaries buying up all the weed like the weed's just going to go bye-bye. They're buying all of the weed. Do you know what I'm saying? I wish I sold weed again because they buying all of the weed. I don't even smoke all of the weed. I did buy some tequila though because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to need to have these, I bought this tequila because I was like, it's going to be one of these days I'm in this crib. Here's another thing, like for instance for me, I do this, right? I'm on this camera. I'm a personality. I'm brought on many other networks. I am also a stand-up comedian. I perform. I do shows all over. I'm an actor. I haven't booked anything in like a month, so no acting checks are coming in. But I'm also a bouncer at a nightclub, and as of right now, it's called, first of all, let me adjust the chat, because I see it said, when I say walnut meat, okay, here's what happened. My homeboy named Mr. Hip Hop. He has a vegan show he does on YouTube. And he brought me over there and he said he was going to do vegan tacos with his walnut meat recipe. That's where I got the term walnut meat from, okay? And so what it is, because I know Winston, every time I say that, he looks at me and now y'all in the chat like, nigga, what? Okay, so it's walnuts, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, a little bit of soy sauce, cumin, paprika, a nice good smoked paprika, blended together. It has the look and the taste, in a sense, of ground beef. Okay? So y'all will leave me alone. Thank you. Thank you. Now, where was I? Damn near every sports event has been canceled. Damn near every sports event has been canceled. Not damn near every sports event has been canceled, with the exception of WrestleMania. And this is why I want to talk about this. So, Vince McMahon, leave it up to him. WrestleMania will continue on as planned. It is his biggest show of the year, and he is like, yo, this is going to happen. The city of Tampa and him seem to be in a standoff. The city of Tampa was like, well, we don't want to cancel it. Vince is like, well, I'm not canceling it. There's no chance in hell I'm canceling WrestleMania. You guys, you're going to have to drive WrestleMania for my cold, dead hands. And all the wrestlers are like, I just needed that paycheck because that WrestleMania check is real. Like, I get it. But so, as of right now, SmackDown Live will happen tonight. And instead of happening in an arena where it's supposed to happen, I forgot where that is, it will be coming from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, which is the WWE self-controlled environment. So they can do it. I think that's smart. There won't be an audience because so it won't be an audience, which is also weird. Stand-up comedians are used to performing in front of an audience. Pro wrestlers have to do it when we train. But to help moving forward in a storyline, especially storylines that go towards WrestleMania, that is going to be unique. Now, if that be the case, that seems like for the foreseeable future, they might be doing the shows at the PC. Well, that's fine. That's fine. But you're going to eventually need a crowd. Because you need to, you can do the heel face storyline like, yo, I get it, but the crowd needs to be invested. The crowds have to amp up the storyline. The audience, the live audience is what engages and invigorates storylines. I'm a part of a storyline right now with Robert Baines as a grudge match. And the crowd is what builds it up. The action in the ring is one thing. The response and reaction from the crowd is another. But however, Vincent Kennedy McMahon is like, there's no goddamn way I'm canceling WrestleMania. So, Tampa Stadium. I want to see what Tampa Stadium's going to look like hella empty. Because you couldn't just, even if you put just solely WWE employees in there, that's just the ringside area. And you need that view of what it looks like from the top of the ramp all the way down. But, I mean, we will see what happens. Movies and TV shows have all been postponed, rightfully so. We knew that was going to happen. Productions were all going to shut down, amid coronavirus concerns. And yeah, it's a messed up thing. Again, the same thing goes back to what I said earlier about people who need their paychecks. Now, if you work in production, you do know that, people, if you work in production or know people that work in production, you can make a pretty good amount of money. So the odds of that this industry having stuff stacked up is pretty high. But there are people way below the line that may not, that still may be in that same situation. There are a lot of office employees we forget about all the time. When we hear about production studios, we think about the cameras, we think about the actors, we think about people running the lights and all that, the gaffers, the key grips, makeup, hair, costuming, craft services. We think about all those. But at the same time, all of those are affected. All of those affected. And that is the thing that worries. Warner Brothers is a studio within itself. Their productions are one thing within the studio, in the office, and the daily day-to-day things. Studio tours, Sony tours, all these, even more postponing. Being that, I want to go talk about the topic that is on the headline, that what you clicked on for. So, Mulan was supposed to drop on the within a week or so. A week or 2 weeks or so. And let me make sure I pull that date up exactly when it was, because I have it here. Give me a second. Mulan was supposed to come out. I don't want everybody in the chat just going, this is when it came out. March 27th, yeah. Excuse me. Was supposed to drop 2 weeks from today, March 27th. And now it has been pulled completely from Disney's release calendar, as well as the New Mutants. Now, of course, these are all because of coronavirus, and we know that as of right now, the next 2 to potentially 3 months of filming may take a major hit. And I say that because, yes, Fast F9 got pulled, and that was in May by Universal. But tentatively, as of this moment, Black Widow is still set to go March 1st. Will that change? I think Disney is going to wait until April, until we get into like the first or second week of April to make that decision, because that is their tentpole movie. That is their flagship movie for the summer. I know a lot of people think maybe Mulan was it, because it damn sure isn't the New Mutants, which I'm going to get to in a second. But Black Widow is their tentpole movie for the summer, and so that's the one they want to kick off this big bang. We got this whole thing, this ball rolling. So it's going. Hold on, I just let the chat. Oh my God, Jay just retweeted you. Hangman pages later, he tweeted out, he'll be taking steps to be safe and no longer accept beers from fans and more. Awesome. Well, that is smart. That's smart. Speaking of which, Hangman Page, AEW. Speaking of which, listen. If you're watching this now, if you're watching this later, I'm gonna probably pin it up as a tweet to take down the Mad Titan podcast as a pin tweet. I don't know. I'll retweet it. So, the Perfect 10 Sean Spears has put up I'm going to pull it up. He has put up a search for Spears thing. What he is doing is he's searching for the perfect tag team partner, right? And he's wishing for the perfect tag team partner. And so you can go on social media and use the hashtag search for Spears, right? So I decided to do mine. I saw some of the other videos and whatnot, and I was like, oh, that's cute and whatnot. I guess that's cute. Y'all can go ahead and have that search for Spears thing. So what I decided, that's not what I want to copy. So what I decided to do is I decided to do my own. I saw one of the guys who submitted a video who is a pro wrestler, who is a homeboy of mine. We've been friends for like 10, 15 years. And so I was like, all right, he's inspired me. I was going to do it, and then I thought I was going to pass on it. But then I was like, nah, you know what? I'm actually going to do this. So what I decided to do is I did my own search for Spears video. Let me see. Spears. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up real quick. Y'all got to give me a second. Where no counter divide. Browser. Cool. That's it. Create one. Spears. And what I decided to do was, the RAM is always in use. Okay, cool. Spears video. I didn't even think about this first till Haskell brought it up, and I thank you for bringing that up to me, because now I know what to do. Hold on, let me see. Put that there. Boom. Come on. Open up. Okay, open up. That wasn't it. That probably wasn't it, but I'm going to get it. Oh, there you go. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Jesus. Here we go. Oh, yeah, Lord. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get my transitions on it. Hold on. Okay, that ain't right. I'm new to this whole damn thing. So, If you can go ahead right now and go and see it on Twitter, go ahead and like and retweet that and use the hashtag search for Spears. If you can see this, let me know. I'm trying to make sure I got it because I want to see if I got this right. Because then if I got this right, that means when I do stuff with Winston, it works. And then Winston can be like, yeah, Jay know what he doing. Yeah, Jay know what he doing. Yeah, so go ahead, and if you see this, go ahead and do that and use the hashtag search for Spears. I'm a huge fan, and I love it when you review Black Lightning episodes. Much love. Appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I'm mad that the season is done, but I do have interviews that I did with the cast. I put a couple up back in October, and I will be putting up the rest of them on the channel so you guys can catch up now. The interviews are going to be dated. I'll let you know, but they'll sound as if from that first couple of episodes or whatnot. So, yeah. So you will definitely get a chance to check that out. So let me know. Y'all see this video. Go ahead and use that. Boom. So, cool. All right. So let's talk about New Mutants. If there has been a movie that I know of personally in recent history that has had the absolute worst luck with being released or finished, it has been the New Mutants. The New Mutants has gone through numerous delays, numerous pushbacks. It couldn't have its reshoots done at first because of, cast members doing other projects. And I just, I think the word, I said this and I said it on Twitter so people know I said it before. The words New Mutants released in theaters is a bad thing. It's a jinx. I don't think it allows this movie to come out. Do I want to see this movie? Yes. Did the trailer that released got me excited about it? Absolutely. When I first heard about the initial test screenings, how they were reshooting things to make it even scarier, that made me nervous. But then when director Josh Boone was like, yo, we releasing it as its original cut in theater. So I'm like, let's go. But now it's not even on the list. Excuse me. I was under the impression that Disney, when they bought Fox, they got the acquisition of Hulu as well. But I found out that because of the HBO deal, they cannot put New Mutants on there. Now, I know people are wondering why you didn't say Disney Plus. So, they've already stated that Disney Plus will not have R-rated content. It will not have any ultra-adult themes. So, people are like, what about Deadpool? They said Deadpool will be the same. Yes, they'll do the Deadpool movie, but when it comes to the streaming platform, I don't think it'll ever go on the streaming platform. It'll go Hulu, it'll go HBO Now, it'll go all those places. How I believe that they should go ahead and put New Mutants on a streaming platform like Hulu, HBO, or something, because it needs to be seen at this point. Unless because you're not going to scrap it. You're not scrapping it. Every time you try to give it a release date and you try to stay firm and adamant on it, something happens. Go ahead and just throw it to a streaming platform. I know a lot of the cast members they want to see the project, as anyone does. You've done a film, you've done a TV show, you want to see it. There is a lot of inclusion for indigenous people in there, especially with Danny Moonstar. For the LGBT community, I think Danny Moonstar applies to that as well in his film. So it would be nice to see that. I mean, we know this is coming more with the representation as far as in the Eternals with the LGBT community, and the New Mutants is something that I wanted to see. Now, I'd say this as a comic book geek. Of course, I want to see it. I want to see what Demon Bear looks like. I want to see Maisie Williams turn into Wolfsbane. I want to see what her transformations look like from just a werewolf to a full wolf. But it really baffles me that this movie can never come out. Please don't forget, hit up the Super Chat if you want me to see a lot of what you got going on. Super Chat is available for y'all. It doesn't have to be a major amount, but guess what? Anything you drop in the Super Chat is very much appreciated and very much loved and very much thanked. So yeah, I don't know if it will come out. I don't. I want to see it drop. But I doubt it. Well, you know what I'm afraid of coming out, though, throughout all this coronavirus quarantine and whatnot? A bunch of self-made horrible stand-up specials in bedrooms. Listen, there are people going to be recording in front of a camera like this, going to add laugh tracks, and y'all going to be like, yo, that was genius. And a lot of us going to be like, nah, that's trash. Let's not do this. For the love of God, let's not do this. So I think now is where streaming platforms, streamers, myself included, we're going to shine because you can't leave the house, so just watch me. And it's going to get to a point where I got to be like, yo, what can I put up to keep you all interested, to keep you all intrigued, to keep you all going? And so that is going to be one of the things I'm going to have to do is like, yo, let me make sure when I do these shows, if I do these live shows in the morning or the afternoon, whenever I do them, because I can't do a regular time because guess what? I still have. So here's the crazy thing about the whole coronavirus quarantine and outbreak and people shutting shit down, okay? I got an audition on Tuesday for a TV show to host a show. Yes, from a major studio. Major studio execs hit up my manager, and they was like, yo, we want Jay to come in if you're willing to come in. And guess what? Jay was like, yeah, he'll be there. Yeah, he'll be there. Why? Because if I say no and then they pick somebody else, I'm going to be mad because they went through, all of it. Also, traffic in LA is going to be so easy to get through. I don't know if you don't live in Los Angeles, you don't understand. You might have heard the nightmares about traffic in Los Angeles, how like right now when it's raining, it would be the worst thing in the world to try to navigate. However, panic and precautions have allowed you to go through traffic in an easy 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20, depending on where you're going. Because in LA is the only place where normally it can take you 15 minutes to go 3 miles, and the next it can take you 57 and a half. Yeah, that's a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's a real thing. All right. Thank you, Kirsty, for dropping the super chat. I appreciate it. Just saying hi. Hey, how you doing? I miss y'all. Had fun with y'all out in Chicago when I was there for C2E2. Jay, can you help me with something? Do you have a minute to help? Oh, this is an email. I was like, yo, what is this, real? No, this ain't real. This is how you do it. You get real updates and everything, and you just sit there and watching it. Okay, cool. What else I want to talk about? There we go. People buying up all of the toilet paper. Listen. Precautions, I understand. But yo, people are buying up 96 and 100 something rolls of toilet paper. For what? Are you doing that much shitting? Do you all have that level of explosive diarrhea? If you have that level of explosive diarrhea where you were out to get 5 giant 96 roll packs of toilet paper, you shouldn't be leaving the house anyway. Unless you have on a diaper. You get what I'm saying? Like people, I don't get that. I don't. Bottles of water, people should buy bottles of water regardless. And if you don't buy bottles of water, just get a filter to put on your sink. Get a Brita filter. They're very easy to obtain. Like, grab one of those, put them on the sink, bam, you're good to go. Shouts out to Travis Earl. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the luck and the love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But buy a filter. But people who are buying all this tissue, if you buy more tissue than food, what do you plan on shitting out that you need to wipe? Like, what? I seen people with carts with nothing but just water and tissue. And I understand precautions and you need to have the necessary items, right? You should always have water, tissue, a lighting, heating source, batteries, non-perishable food. I'm fine with that, all that, right? But yo, unless you plan on TP in a mansion, you don't need all that damn toilet paper. Also, I want to bring up something I saw, and I want to show you how dumb people are. I saw this on Twitter, and let me see if it's in my likes. Like I said, people brought non-perishable food items, right? And it's understandable. Completely get what people are doing. No, I didn't pull it up. I didn't save that one. That was on me. That's on me. There was a woman who said she went to a grocery store, and she went to get stuff to stock up on just to have food because if she's going to be in the house and they possibly close the doors down, she would want to have food, right? And that's perfectly smart. Real thing to do. She says she went and she saw that all the canned goods, pasta, rice, beans, all those things were gone. All non-perishable food items were gone. But she went to produce and all the produce was still there stacked up, fully stocked. Why was no one taking the produce? Why was no one grabbing the perishable food items? Why was nobody grabbing the food that has the vitamins and stuff that you can get But instead of just taking all the non-perishable food items, it's because, you idiot, they're called non-perishable. Produce items go bad. If you sit up for 2.5 weeks, I'm pretty sure that lettuce won't stay good for 2.5 weeks. Neither with those tomatoes, bell peppers, other things. There's a reason people are getting shit in a can that doesn't go bad. It doesn't go bad. Like, yo, how dumb are you to say that? Then she had on one of those masks, which, by the way, they've already said the masks don't do anything. They don't do anything. I need people to understand, like, yo, they are taking precautions. There is being serious. There is making sure you're safe. But damn it, be smart when you say certain things. Yes, people are buying beans. Yes, people are buying rice. But, yo, what the fuck? Well, because they're not buying produce, you're like, oh, they're not telling us something. But let's get to that real quick. I know I've been there for a minute. I'm going to get off pretty soon. Let's go to that real fast. To you hoteps. To those who do not know what a hotep is, you know how a lot of people hate all the Wokians? How these are the ones I know. Woke millennials people hate. People who say they're super woke white people. Then there's woke black people. But then there's a level of woke black people we call hoteps. These are the conspiracy brothers and sisters that everything for some reason somehow goes all the way back to the slave trade. No matter what they say, it goes back to the slave trade, right? Okay. The coronavirus is not man-made. For one, that's what they say. Oh man, they just spreading this fear and panic so they control you. They can control you and take your rights because the government wants to control you, so they get you panicked and make you depend on the government. That is not how this works, you imbeciles. I really hate hoteps. I really hate them. They are so bad. They're so fucking bad. I hate people who try to act like they are smarter than everyone else. These hoteps think they are. First of all, the worst person in history is Dr. Umar Johnson. If you don't know who he is, Google him, and then you will be highly upset. He's the worst nigga in the world. Sorry I said it that way, but that's the best way I said it. I feel like I'm allowed one on my show. He's the worst person in the world. And these hoteps swear up and down that this is just ways for the white man to control the black man with a virus that everyone else has, which was also black people were immune to it. Black people are less likely to catch it because of an enzyme. Doesn't mean we're immune to it. We're less likely to catch it. And I know people be like, well, what about Donovan, what's his name? From Donovan Mitchell from the Jazz and all them. Well, that's prolonged exposure. Like, yo, even worse is the hotep hustlers. Yes, the hotep hustlers are just as worse. Those are the ones who try to sell you books, essential oils, and try to get you on their bandwagon and pay to support them to spirit their bullshit further. But yeah, I know back to Donovan Mitchell. I know people bring up Donovan Mitchell and whatnot from the Utah Jazz. And again, this was prolonged exposure by a teammate. So yes, they are going to have it, which in terms, yes, the Utah Jazz have been playing games against other teams. They have been on the court, sweating, breathing, and all this. Yes, these other teams have played other teams, and these teams have interacted with fans and employees. So that is why the NBA season is the greatest precaution to shut down. Because some people was like, well, why don't they just let the teams play with nobody in the stadiums? You're a freaking imbecile. The Mad Titan Podcast, entertaining and educational. Yes, it is. And also, I know I need to get the episode out. I do. I really didn't have the energy to do it myself. I've been doing a lot of episodes by myself. I wanted a guest. And a lot of people I've been hitting up for guests, they have busy schedules. So it's been hard to get the episode out. I will put it out if I got to put it out by myself, but I won't enjoy it. I won't have fun with it. Yeah, so that is that. This is my last thing I really want to talk about. Disney and Pixar dropped the trailer for their newest movie, Soul. Now, Soul stars Jamie Foxx as a jazz musician who falls down a sewer hole and becomes this blue thing. Now, it is the first starring black character in a Pixar film. However, a lot of people are worried this movie may catch the Princess and the Frog treatment. If you don't know what I mean from the Princess and the Frog, Tiana was the first black Disney princess. And 10 minutes into the movie, she became a frog. You didn't see her anymore. She was 10 minutes. I think she was Puerto Rican. I'm not mistaken. I got to make sure I get the race right. She's first brown princess. Let's do that. Can we do that? Makes it better, brown. And 10 minutes, she become a frog. And so people are worried that you will see Jamie Foxx for just the first 10 minutes of that, Jamie Foxx's character, for the first 10 minutes of the movie, and the rest of the movie he will be this blue creature that you see, his soul. And so that makes a lot of people worried, and it's rightfully so. I do understand. I'm one of those people that's like, yo, when you say representation, we just don't want to sprinkle. We just don't want to drip. We want real representation. And you want things to happen. I bring up Rise of Skywalker, how you had the kiss at the end of the movie seemingly forced. A lot of people bring up Avengers Endgame, where Joe Russo's character is a gay man in a meeting, but you don't realize he's gay. And I think the way they did that and handled that, for me personally, I think that was done very well and with a lot of tact, because there was nothing mentioned about his sexuality. There was nothing mentioned about that. It was just a man on a date trying to relive his life. I think that was done well. And now, speaking of which, I think I'll talk about it more in depth on the podcast. I'm definitely going to talk about it. Let me write that down. The Eternals. We found out that Brian Tyree Henry's character Phastos is going to be the first openly gay character. He will be married to Ha Suleiman, and they will have a child, and they will share an openly gay kiss and moment. And now this group, 1 Million Moms, wants to protest over that, because supposedly it is an agenda to have kids see gay superheroes, when these dumb heifers do not realize that gay superheroes and lesbian superheroes have been a thing since the beginning of time. They have been a thing. So, going back to representation, when it comes to Soul, I know the next trailer that Pixar drops is going to, for sure, play more of Jamie Foxx's black character before the thing as a Soul. I'm for sure it's going to do that, because now that this controversy has come out, now that people have voiced their concerns, Pixar's way of doing it is say, well, in the next trailer, show more of this. But just because you show more of it in the trailer does not mean that is the case, because what may happen is they'll show us him as the beginning and him as the end, and in the middle, the entire chunk of the movie is the blue character. So, of course, people are right to feel the way they feel about this. There's nothing wrong with that. Granted, I think the movie looks amazing. I personally cannot wait to see it. But I also think companies gotta do better when they say they want to be behind representation, when they want to show and be proud of diversity. It's not just a saying thing; it's a doing thing. It's knowing what the truth is. The real is like, yo, these other cultures, these other races, these other genders all exist in the world. They've all existed. They deserve to be seen. Now, granted, there are some platforms that will not ever show those. That is theirs. And then that is your choice as a consumer if you decide to want to support them or not. You have that option. I, however, feel like there should be. BET has gone above and beyond because of the stigma that is known in the black community as being very homophobic. Lena Waithe's new show, 20s, where it has the first ever masculine presenting lesbian in the lead, I believe. So that is a very big thing. But also people say, people go behind that, namely the Hoteps, will go, well, it's owned by a white man. It's owned by Viacom. And it took the white man for them to force their agenda on us. They made Lena Waithe do that. Lena Waithe is a lesbian. And has made no secrets about it. People get mad at Pose. And then get mad at Billy Porter when he dresses how he feels comfortable on red carpets. That's how he wants to dress. That's on him. Let me tell you something. Billy Porter want to wear a dress. Billy Porter want to wear curtains. Billy Porter want to wear a carpet, a chiffon rug. That's on Billy Porter. Don't affect me. It's Billy Porter's life. It's Billy Porter's closet. It's Billy Porter's paycheck. I'm not buying none of that. Because goddammit, I don't have the shoulders for ruffles. I don't know if I could pull off what Prince wore. I would like to see if I can wear ruffles on my neck and ruffles on my wrist. If I could do that and be flawless and with a nice little cute curl, like if I could pull that off, then maybe. But I know I can't. You know what I'm saying? But Billy Porter can. Billy Porter came, I think it was the Grammys. This motherfucker had a chandelier drape on his hat that opened up with a string. You know what I'm saying? Peaky Blinds. So, that's that. So look. Let them do what they do. Representation is great. to happen. Representation and diversity is a thing. Also, diversity is... Hold on, let me see what this is. The blackity doctrine is full. It's not about uplifting. It's about defamation and blaming white shit on their asses, complaining about doing nothing. Yeah. Look, I'm proud to be a black man. I stand up for everything black men and black people. I always will. But at the same time, when I'm standing up, I'm also going to make sure I'm doing something to continue to uplift, to continue to utilize a platform, to continue to push forward. So yeah, excuse me. So I'm going to go to the chat and look at some of you guys' questions. You guys have been saying a lot in the chat, and I appreciate you all for being very engaging. Thank you so much for that. I know the ones that I've had a chance to see have been the super chat because they're highlighted. Yes, it's asking for donations, but it also highlights it, puts it right in front of me. You guys are having a great conversation, and I see it going, so it's hard to catch up with everything. So let me go, Travis Earl. If you wanted to host a show in Ruffles, by then, all means, we got your back. I mean, I would. I'm just that damn daring. I would. I'd host the shit out of this in Ruffles. Don't play with me. Corey Richmond, have you heard anything from AEW? No, I have not. I don't know if they've already... I don't know if this was all a ploy. I don't know if this was all just a quick gimmick and they already have who they're going to choose. I don't know. And this is just to engage the audience via social media. It may be all that. It may be. However, I don't want to be that person to not take the chance, to not potentially put myself out for the opportunity. Excuse me. I don't want to take... I mean, look, I've already said it. AEW has no black powerhouses. None. No big black dudes at all. If I got to be the first and bust my ass to be the first, I will. So that is why me posting that video, for those who don't know what video I'm talking about, for me posting this video for you guys to watch, to you guys to go on my Twitter and retweet, that is why that is very important for me. That is why it's extremely important. If I got to be the first in something, I want to be the first in something that makes a difference. And AEW, be the first big black dude in that company, you goddamn right I'd love to. So yeah, you see the tweet and it says, all right, let me throw my hat into the ring and see if Perfect 10 sees the perfect powerhouse partner in hashtag Urban Gladiator. See you soon at AEW Wrestling, hashtag search for Spears. So please go ahead, retweet that. Retweet it with a comment. Use the hashtag search for, retweet it with a comment. Use the hashtag search for Spears. That's right there. This way it keeps it visible. It keeps it going up higher and higher. The more you retweet and comment, the more you keep it going, the more to stay in his face. If it is real, it's real. If it's not, then it just won't be. But make sure you please keep doing it. And I so much appreciate all y'all, just so you know. I appreciate everything all y'all have done. You know, for the people that have done it, for the people who saw it, for people when they saw it in the Schmodown group, they went out and blasted it. It was great. All right. Let me see. Oh, I got a lot in here in the chat. Damn, I just missed a lot of stuff. Okay. Kirsty, I got to see you hosting in Ruffles. So my goal now is to probably get Ruffles for the show. Eric Curry says, hey, Jay, with everything closing because of this virus, do you think strip clubs will close? Hell no. Let me tell you something. Strip clubs are going through it. Strip clubs will keep going. Have you ever been to a strip club? Strip clubs stayed open through Ebola, West Nile, H1N1, swine flu, the depression and recession. Strip clubs are what make people happy. Strip clubs ain't going nowhere. That is a guarantee. When you tell me strip clubs are closed, that's when I panic personally. When you say all strip clubs, all adult entertainment places have shut down. Listen, Pornhub and porn websites are going strong. The sex industry is the one thing that remains a constant throughout all this. If you tell me that is shut down, if you tell me that is slowed down, then goddamn it, I'm gonna be like, okay, now I need to figure out what to do, because then I'm going to invest in a whole lot of lotion. Then I'm investing in a whole lot of cocoa butter. Then I'm going on Amazon to see what's the deal with a blow up doll. Then I'm getting a fleshlight, because you know what, it might not be that bad. But then that's when I'm worrying. But I think strip clubs will stay. I think strip clubs will stay great, stay open. I think they'll still go. Dudes are going to still want to spend money. Women still want to spend money. People still want to see ass shake. People want to see ass shake. Not just men, not just women, not just non-binary. People still want to see asses shake. So I think strip clubs are going to be perfectly fine. Somebody said, I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to get a virus from a big booty stripper. Let me tell you something. If I got to throw dollars down a G-string with latex gloves and a handy wipe in my damn head, I'm going to smack her ass and make it. I'm doing it for college. Jay, you're a natural for the silver screen. I'm sure eventually you'll break through. Thank you so much, man. Again, having the blessings of doing commercials, TV shows, movies have been all great. They are all amazing. And I continually want to do more. I love the fact that through the gift of me being able to talk, me being able to make people laugh, has opened all these doors. Me being me. Yes, I know how to portray a character. I know how to be a character. I know how to be that person that I know how to be whatever you need me to become on that paper. Whatever that breakdown says you need, I can become that. You know, I don't have to just take the words, look at them myself, and then just go in my own interpretation. I can get my interpretation off what I read, and then if you give me direction of where else you need to go, I can do that. I just know that the opportunity needs to present itself. Again, my goal for 2021 is to appear on either I want to appear on that at all. The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, or Black Lightning. I want to appear on one of those shows. So I will reach out to friends. I will audition who I need to audition for. I will talk to who I need to talk to. I want to be on one of the Arrowverse shows in 2021. Well, 2020. The end of 2020, if they come back, if everything blows over, because this all should be done by June, is what they're saying at the latest. At the latest, if the United States gets its shit together, this all should be done by June. So I would love to be on Arrow. Why Arrow's always gonna come first because it's always the top shows. I was saying, I'm mad it's gone, but I understand. But yeah, I would love to be on one of the shows. I would love to be on the Arrowverse show because why? I have a passion for all of the shows. You know, when I do the reviews, when I talk about them on Mad Titan, when I'm talking to them about Friends, everyone knows how passionate I am about them. So do you think I wouldn't give that passion in a performance? You damn right I would. So I would love to do that. Yeah, I want to do more TV shows. I want to do a comedy pilot. I want to do comedy shows. I want to be a series regular. I want to be another lead character in a movie. Being a lead in a movie, one of the leads in a movie in a sense was great. Being in Chirac, I don't care how people felt about it, but to have that position, to have that role, to be alongside who I was alongside in Wesley Snipes was great. And so I want more of that. I want more of that. I want it all, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go check some of the comments up in here in the chat before I get ready to get up out of here. Thoughts on the post-crisis on the Flash? I think it's great. I love, because remember, the Flash's entire storyline has been about crisis. The Flash's entire thing has been about the crisis, him disappearing in an infinite crisis, and everything that affects post-crisis. His should be the show that has the most effects post-crisis. Yes, the other shows will show the effects and the ripples, but his should be the fact that he is losing the Speed Force and he will recreate the Speed Force. I'm fine with it because they gave reasoning. Thawne created the negative Speed Force. He's going to create an artificial Speed Force, and in the process of creating an artificial Speed Force, it'll probably reinvigorate the regular Speed Force. Jay, your thoughts on the Bloodshot movie with Vin Diesel? I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't seen it yet. I hope it is great. I have not heard anything yet from people who have seen it. Do they shoot Black Lightning in Vancouver like the rest of the Arrowverse? No, they shoot Black Lightning in Atlanta. I have had the pleasure of being on the set twice of that show. Atlanta is a nice city, and Black Lightning set. I love the cast. I love the crew. They're so warming and welcoming. We catch them on days when they're working. Like, understandable. They're like, yo, y'all pulling me to do these interviews, but I got to remember these lines. I got to do this. And I understand it completely. So I love it. Will Lynn get off drugs on Black Lightning, or she's going to be used and have temporary powers? I think that might be the way they give her temporary powers. I think that might, because they keep doing it, keep teasing it. She keeps having abilities for like 20 minutes or so. All right, so that's that. All right, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, thank you for everybody who has rocked with your boy. I appreciate you all. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You see the social media handles right there. Please know that I am interactive with you all on Instagram and on Twitter. Please follow me there. Please follow Winston A. Marshall. Check out Blurs in the Hood. We're doing it live every Tuesday around 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern. So we're doing it live for Blurs in the Hood. Make sure you are checking that. Follow the YouTube channel, Blurs, BLERDS, the letter N, THEHOOD, Blurs in the Hood. Join the Supervillain Squad on Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J. Washington. I got time since I'm quarantined. Y'all finna get a lot of stuff in there too. Y'all finna get a lot in there. You finna get a lot of wrestling matches. I told y'all, if you want to see them, that's why I'm putting them in there. Excuse me. Also, the Mad Titan podcast. I am going to drop that this week. Right now, I need you all to do me a favor. If you're watching this and listening to this, go tweet Coy Jandro. Tweet Coy. Tell Coy J wants him on the podcast. I can text him. I know I can call him and text him, but I want y'all to go ahead and do it and make it really push out to Coy, because I want Coy on this episode bad. He already said he ain't doing shit, so he can technically do the episode. So he can Skype in, whatever. I want Coy on the episode. Yeah, and please continue to support everything I got going on here. Please continue to support everything else that people who I know are doing big things. Please support them. If I rock with you, you rock with me. That's how it is. I'm good. Support my homie Winston A. Marshall. He's done a lot for me, man. Support. I got a lot of writers I would tell y'all to support, but they like to stay low key. There's a couple buddies of mine. I'm like, yo, go support these cats. Please go support them. Also, I got to put up the review I did of my homeboy Shad Gaspard. He did a pilot for a show called Pinfall. I got to find the video file. I have it. I did it. I didn't get a chance to edit it. I'm gonna throw that up. It's gonna be a little bit older. The video's gonna look different. You know, like, the camera look different. Everything. It's going to. But when I did it, it was a great thing. So I'm definitely going to put that up for Shad. Shad's my boy, him and JTG. And all that and more. I got to go shave my head. Yeah, because I haven't shaved in a week. And I would show y'all what it looks like under here, but y'all be like, that's a whole different person. And I'm not getting enough money on this live stream, or enough attention on this live stream to sit there and show y'all what my head looks under this hat, because that is... Chicago is going crazy right now. What do you mean by that, Daniel? I saw that night. You're talking about the city. You're talking about my crib. So I got to ask, how are they going crazy? Or is it just certain neighborhoods are going crazy? Because people I know are like chilling. They're like, all right, I just heard on the radio Trump's declared emergency. Hold on. Before I go, let me see if this shit is. I haven't gotten an email about it, but let me see if it's on Yahoo or anything of the sorts. Give me a second. I know he declared a national emergency. Nope, that's not there. No, he just declared. Oh, yeah, he's expected to declare a national emergency. I don't think it's declaring a shutdown. I'm not sure it's a shutdown. I know he's going to declare an emergency because why? He's trying to save face. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to fight the virus. The stupid nigga. Yeah. You got the George Jefferson hairline. Look, it would take like $20, $30 for me to take this hat off. I don't have it. I have a hairline. I have a full hairline. I just have hair on my head, and I hate it. I'm not balding. I'm not anything. It's just I don't like my hair. And so it would take money for this to come off. And I don't know if y'all got it to do it before I end this damn live stream. So y'all not finna do this to me. Y'all crazy. Y'all hella crazy talking about, oh yeah, we finna make sure Jay take off this hat. You know what? I'm checking to see if anything else has come about that. Like I said, Daniel, I know people are stealing shit. It's really gotten bad. But I don't oh man, I hate to go back to this live chat and see what it is. Oh God, let's see. No, I don't. Okay, same thing. You got that joint? Nope, I don't have those. So I'm good. All right. Like I said, I'm still looking to see because I know it's about to go. I'm seeing if he. Let's see, live coverage. Nope, he's trying to figure out what speech he's gonna say. I know I said it was a hoax. I'm sorry. It's real. It's very, very real. Listen, it's not a hoax. Everybody's people are good water. Some shit like that. All right, so that's that. I haven't seen anything. I'm looking on Twitter because that's where all your real news comes from. Is Twitter. Don't act. Twitter breaks more news than the news sources. So, all right. Ooh, thank you to everybody who's been retweeting this joint. I appreciate it. Yeah, so there's nothing right now showing on Twitter. There's nothing showing that he's declared an emergency shutdown of everything. Him declaring a national emergency is guaranteed to happen. So we often figure out if we're going to be stuck in the crib for 2 weeks because, man, just don't shut down the gym. All right, just don't shut down the damn gym. Please don't. All right, let's see. Oh, and you know damn well Trump got it. And it went to Tony's and people literally in the fight for the last TP were trying to TP and what. That's crazy. What's the reason you're not on the Schmodown anymore? Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to find a way to blame it on the Obama administration. He's already done that. He's done it on Twitter. Hey man, I'm glad. Yo, hope you get better. Seriously. I remember you saying that to me and Winston and I. I hope you enjoy your day, man. I'm glad that I can make you laugh. Seriously, all bullshit aside. I'm glad I can make you enjoy your day. I'm glad I can bring you a little bit of light and laughter while you're in the hospital, because I know that can be a very tough time. As someone who has been in the hospital, I understand. I pray you nothing but, success and wellness, and that you're out of there soon, and probably not too soon, because everyone, probably not too soon, because it's like, people about to go fuck crazy in the streets. So yeah, so I'm going to ask this question one time and one time only. All right. I've done it before. This is probably going to be the last time I address this. So if you're listening, listen well. If you're not, that's on you. I'm going to address Joseph Ashley's question in the chat. Why am I not on the Schmodown anymore? Okay. I'm going to address this here. This is finally it. It's the last time I'm going to address it. I didn't want to address it, but I'm going to do it. Back in December, I had a big falling out with somebody. Him and I, the person I had a falling out with, we have made amends to one another. We're cool. We talk, blah, blah, blah. But also on top of that, I had a bunch of people come at me sideways, and so I went back at people sideways. That's a thing I'll do. I don't give a fuck. I'll scorch the earth. But also, I had a lot of busyness in my schedule. People have not noticed. I've been super duper busy, which means I wouldn't have time for tapings and anything else and being involved in stuff. Now, on top of that, there are an amount of people who have acted very, very funny since then. People who were considering friends and we were close and we were tight and now act real brand new and real bad on energy. So I don't want to be around that because I know me. There are a lot of people that are still in the game that maybe managers, players, whatever the case, act real funny now. And I do not need that in my life. I do not want to be around that. So even if I did want to come back, like the people I made amends with, and if, Christian has asked me Christian has told me if I want to come back, I'm more than welcome. From Christian and Mark, I am more than welcome to come back, which is fine. But as far as other people, I do not want to be bothered with. I don't want to be around them. And since you want to act fake and phony, I posted a tweet about it. I don't want to be around those people. I don't. I don't have to. I refuse to put myself in it. Put myself through it, excuse me. I just don't. So that is the last time I will explain why I'm not on the Schmodown. It's the last time I'll explain. Until something else changes, then Stargirl. Stargirl's coming out soon, and then Harley Quinn will be out first. Harley Quinn comes out in April. But yeah, this is the last time I'm addressing that. That's it. If y'all want me back, you better tell your Schmodown stars to ask, see if they want me back. Ask your Schmodown stars if they want me back. If they don't, I'm fine with it. If they do, I'm fine with it. Either way. But those are the ones you need to talk to. Not me. Not me. Thank you all for watching this, man. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out of here. Bye.